Hey everybody, still kind of getting set up here. We'll wait for a few people to jump on. Make sure our sound is working. Just kind of hanging out here for a minute, see if we get anybody pop on, and then I'll get started. Trying something new today with 2 cameras, so we'll see how that works. Something new with technology. Well, I think I'll get started. Hi everybody, Arnold Volker here, Next Innovations, Cottage Blanks. Wearing a Santa hat today just because Halloween is over and now we're into Christmas, which seems way too soon to, thanks Don, way too soon to be talking about that. Trying 2 cameras today to kind of put a little more emphasis on the press, so you can kind of see things directly as they're coming off. And if you have any questions, please post it in the comments. We have some new exciting things that we're going to roll out, but in the theme of Christmas coming up, or the holiday season, we got some new Santa Squatch, we're calling them. We got some realistic ones. We have some ornaments. So we're going to get started right away. First thing we're going to do is talk about the things that you need. So you do need a Nomax pad. You can get those at Condi if you don't have one, 1/2-inch Nomax pad. Then you have craft paper. And then you're going to lay the parts. So we are going to start with a couple of these Sasquatch ornaments so you can see. Definitely would love your feedback on the 2 cameras. So like I said, this is something new that we're trying. It's all about trying to get good information to you guys and to get you to try our products. So make you feel comfortable impressing things. So we'll continue to try to work on the camera angles and things like that. The Sasquatch ornaments are brand new, so we're going to kind of focus on ornaments today. On the ornaments, they are 2-sided, so you can lay those down. Paper goes down first, lay in the metal ornament, and then the paper back over the top. Make sure that you have the metal 100% on the material or on the press. So, and I usually try to get on as many parts as we can because we're a production shop, so it's all about trying to keep production going and to keep the parts coming off the press. And I'm gonna Get that going. 3 minutes and 30 seconds, 385 degrees. Just press the handle down. There's a handle or a knob on the back of ours that you can set the pressure. The pressure right now is a little bit high because Don used this. I don't like doing this, but I didn't change the pressure. Pressure should be kind of that medium pressure in that 3 or 4. I'm not sure what we were using this for earlier, but it was set a lot higher. So you want to check your pressure. Hi, everybody. Hi, Chai. But yeah, make sure your pressure is set right. 3 minutes and 30 seconds, 385 degrees. We'll watch for that to come off. When it comes to ornaments, we're going to press a few more. We got some really cool flip-flop ornaments. And here's what I was talking about on the paper. Basically, you can fold the paper in half, so you're pressing 2 sides at once. For smaller items, it's really simple to do. You can hold them up to a window to fold them. Our templates are set up with alignment marks. I'll kind of show you those little marks up here for alignment. And then you just fold the paper together, align the marks. And this is a wind spinner that we're going to do coming up. Obviously, we do lots of wind spinners. That's what we're known for. And definitely make sure you're asking questions if you have any questions. If you're new to Cottage Blanks, definitely go out and download our catalog. We offer great pricing. We are the manufacturer, so these are all things that are laser cut, powder coated right here in Walker. We have lots of different shapes. We haven't talked about it in a while, but these continue to sell really well if you're buying wind spinners. This display stand ships flat and folds up, and it's a nice addition for you to display your images and stuff to your customers. We've talked about these in the past, just talking about a few things while we're waiting for the press to go off. These are making nice gifts and things. These are they press flat and then you bend them while they're still warm. These are the hitch receiver covers. Got my gloves. Erica would be proud. How many of you have pressed before? I think, Chai, you've been on here before. You know, if you guys have any things that you want to show, you can post them in the group there. If you have questions, have you tried our paper? We are offering flat sheet paper now, so that's definitely pretty cool. Hi, Laura. Yeah, no problem. We're just getting started. I'm wearing a Santa hat just because Halloween is over. My son is scooting through if he wants to poke into the camera and say hello. I got 2 cameras today, so there's one there. And there's my son Dawson. For those of you that haven't met him, he kind of runs the water jet and does a lot of cool, fun designing. I'll show the deer head that he has. That he just made, so that's kind of cool. I'm going to take these off and then I'll show you. We'll talk about the normal things that we talk about. What's our report card as far as the paper? I love these new Sasquatches. Santa Squatch. So those are on our site, and they are also, the artwork is downloadable. And then I'll start a few of these other ones. Wow, look at that. That's hot. So I'm going to throw a few more on the press, and then we'll show what we just pressed. Tanner. Okay. All right, so you can see here on this other little camera, we're going to lay the folded paper down. We're going to put the part on there and then bring the second part back over. Definitely put in the comments if you feel that these having two cameras is helpful and kind of helps with the presentation. Hopefully it makes more sense when you can maybe get a little bit closer up. On the other version, I was always kind of struggling to move the camera and adjust things. I can't wait to get you guys' feedback on the new shapes here. I don't know if Don's listening. If Don's listening, maybe he can hop over and say hello to everybody. Okay, we got to get the press back down again. These are a little bit warm, so I'll put my gloves back on. And I'll maybe start with the biggest one first. A little easier. Look at that. It's like looking in a mirror. I got the same kind of hat. Might have to move mine a little bit over. Adjust a little bit so we're marketing together. So yeah, these are on the site. Definitely can put your own spin on it. Otherwise, like I said, we do have artwork downloadable. It's always fun to do new things. Always fun to do things that are kind of fresh and exciting. So here's the two-sided two-sided Sasquatches. I'm just kind of smiling because they are kind of cute. Got a good price on ornaments. I think we have some on sale. We had a code, I think, last time that Erica had for some items that we were running 50% off on. I think we still have that. I'll show you the last one we pressed. This has kind of been a real top seller. But these are very forgiving images or shapes, so you could put just about anything on there. Using the suggested time and temp, but still having, hi Connie, ink left on the paper. What adjustment should I make? Yeah, more pressure. I'm not sure what pressure we have. We have this Geonite 16 by 20 or the 20S, and we have that right now on a pressure of 4. I guess make sure, Connie, you're also using the Nomax pad. But yeah, it should, like I always talk about, this should be your report card. So you can see where the part wasn't. That's where the ink is left. And then you shouldn't really have any ink left on the part. So Connie, I don't know how are they turning out nice? It's just other than there's a little bit of ink left. So that's kind of a question. Sasquatch Grinch, yeah, that'd be a good one. What I would do is up the pressure just a little bit and go to a 5. When I first pressed this down, it was more like on an 8 or 9. So I'd try a little bit more pressure. So that would be my suggestion. Are they turning out nice, Connie, and just that there's a little bit of ink left, or are they turning out looking a little light? But either way, I would try more pressure. Okay. All right. So first thing we want to do is try to get them off the paper as quick as we can. And on the larger pieces, I typically just flip them over, and there's our report card. All the ink came off. Same with the smaller items. You just want to, if there is any issues, you want to make sure you're testing or making sure that that you look at the paper just to make sure the ink's coming off. And I'm going to set these aside and then get the press going again. Show you these as soon as they're done. Definitely would love your feedback on the new items. We have a new cardinal image that we just created, but just kind of showing there's lots of things that you can do with the images. Again, on the wind spinners, you're going to lay the paper down, and then you're going to fold the paper over the top. We're going to do basically a white wind spinner, and then we're also going to do a clear, just so you can see the difference. And obviously we have our we sell things also that are already dye sublimated. So if you are have limitations with your printer and presses, you can definitely buy bigger things from us. So we do that a lot, where we have people that buy blanks from us, and then they also buy blanks, and they also buy larger items that are already dye sublimated or pressed. Hopefully that made sense. They look good, just more ink on my paper than I see on yours. Well, we do use a little bit different paper and probably a different ink, but I guess I would still, Connie, try a little bit more pressure. Adjust this down just a smidgen. And here's the one that I just brushed, so that's the realistic looking one. And then we got the cute little butterfly ornaments. Again, two-sided. Okay, here's a kind of a fun one. So when Vicki printed these prints for me, we don't do a lot of ornaments, honestly, that we print. So she just made these up quickly. So you got to remember to invert your graphic. So here, if you look at this, the words are kind of small, but you can read them. I can read them in person. But then when I look at the back side, the words are backwards. So she forgot to, when she flipped it, she forgot to invert it. So that's something to make sure that you do when you're doing things that have words. Obviously on this one it wouldn't matter because there's no words, it's just, you know, a backwards image. So Don weighed in there. Don's in the Next Innovations one. So yeah, Connie, try a little bit longer time. Don, I don't know if you're listening, how much longer? 5 seconds, 10 seconds? So maybe give some feedback to Connie. And then Connie, you can always call here and ask for Don. Don can help you. So that's where it's good. Don's watching because he's has done more, honestly, more pressing than me. I'm just happen to be the guy that is behind the camera. Subtribe is the code for free shipping on orders over 100. And then there's a Sasquatch blanks. I love the Grinch idea. It's always fun to create new things. How many of you have tried our new paper? I don't know, Connie, if you tried the new paper. Chai, if I'm saying that right, if you have. Hi, Laura. Just kind of scrolling back, see who's on here. Seems like a lot of people watch these afterwards, so we get people that don't always have time. And today we picked a little bit different day. We picked a Tuesday. Yeah, Laura, definitely if you get a chance, try our paper. So we're going to lift this up. Wind spinners, definitely you want to try to get them off as quickly as can, just like the others. You're going to see a little bit of, you're going to hear a little bit of like a paper sticking suction sound. So again, you want to see all the ink come off. You got 2 here. I'm going to put these on the other rack as I put this. What I love about dye sublimation is basically the vibrancy of the color. So we're going to try to do this in the right direction so you can see it. The paper is down first. We're going to lay the part in the middle like a sandwich. And then we are going to fold that back over. We're going to do another one of these just to continue to kind of show you the process. Again, paper first. How many of you have pressed 2 sides? The cool thing is it's the same time, same temperature, pressing both sides at once. We're going to fold this back. Fold that back down. I just use the same craft paper and over and over and over, but we're going to put the craft paper back down. 380, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Get that started. Don just did the graphics on this one. Definitely very proud of what it did. Erica, I don't know if you can post the paper sizes or the links to the papers, but they're 8.5 by 11, 11 by 14, 11 by 17, and I think it's a 13 by 17, but we got 4 sizes. It's definitely give Don some feedback, but Don did a great job. And then I'll show you how to bend these. Doesn't have to be warm. And you just put the holes horizontal and then just press, fan it out. Really easy to do. You want kind of a uniform where they're spread about the same. Okay, and you can bend them back flat. So they ship flat to you, press flat. The customer, the end user, would fold them out. The other one that we just did was a small hummingbird that we sell lots and lots of them. Again, this is on clear. Just fold it out with your thumbs. Swivels come with it. Press them flat, but you can use your imagination. The shape's already there, so you can just put lots of color to them. But that is basically a clear versus a white. Yeah, the cardinal turned out really nice. Yeah, Laura, to me, I'm not sure why people press one side at a time. I mean, can't think of a reason, unless maybe you didn't have tape or you were worried about the alignment. But it's the same time, same temperature, so you definitely can do all 4 sizes. Erica, I don't know if you can put the links to the paper too, or maybe that is the links, but it should be 4 sizes of paper. Definitely got to work on my cheap little redneck stand, how I got that set up. That seems to be the best angle. I just got to make it so it doesn't move. All right, yeah, there's the 4 sizes. Thank you. There's the paper, the links and everything. And yeah, just like I said before, we're going to basically get these off as quickly as possible. And the report card. So we want to make sure all the ink is coming off. Here's a really fun one, Christmas oriented. Kind of goes well with the hat, I guess. So that's that one. And then I did basically just pressed another one of these. Another hummingbird. That's kind of all I had to press for today. So kind of went through some ornaments, time, temperature, Nomax pads. If you ever have sticking issues, usually it's because there's no Nomax pad. If you have ink, like Don suggested, maybe up your time a little bit to see if that makes it take more ink. There is a fine line. If you go too much, then it'll, in a sense, ghost back off. Do you have any questions? Or if you have not downloaded our catalog or looked at it online, got lots of new fun stuff. We definitely shrank the sizes, getting feedback from you guys. We shrank the sizes on the packages. So we went to 6 on a lot of them. Some of the bigger ones, we even went to 3. So definitely check out our catalogs if you have not seen them. Think about that if you have smaller presses and you want to start selling our stuff. You can purchase it wholesale. Then you would have to set up a wholesale account. You can reach out to myself or just call in. You can request a wholesale account online. You don't need to do that if it's just for Cottage blanks, but if you are going to purchase our other items, then you need a wholesale account to access wholesale pricing. Otherwise, Cottage blanks is already at wholesale. Kind of walk back through these new ones, which I think are really cool. So this would be an example if you don't have a big enough press. This is the 12-inch. We have it in a 24-inch, and then Corey's adding a 42-inch in a grind. So these are ones that you could press on yours. These are 12-inch. The ornaments, definitely you could press. I don't know if anybody's got any favorites of the Sasquatches, but here's the realistic version. Here's a Santa Squatch version. Here's just the hat, like me, I guess. And then here's, we have a few others, but we have a few of these. Santa Squatch, yeah, that's kind of cool. I like the Santa Squatch too, the full outfit. We do have a cowboy version and we have a tropical version. And now, based on your feedback, we might see if we can put together something that's a Grinch version. All right, everybody. Well, I appreciate it. Halloween is over. Looking forward to the holidays. Not necessarily snow. It's a beautiful day here in Minnesota. We appreciate your business. We are an American-made company, so we appreciate your support. You can pick up the phone, call us anytime. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye, everybody.